Hive wanted a return to war on the moon. They built a lunar fortress to back their assault. A grand stage to announce their revival. You climbed that Scarlet Citadel, and the Hive met you head-on. You buried them. But we found more than Hive on the moon. The Dark has reached out. We have no choice but to reach back.
The day we've been dreading has finally arrived. The darkness is here. We need boots on the ground on Io. Recon. There's a pyramid. It's already disabled Rasputin. I'd lean on Eris's expertise, but we haven't been able to reach her. We both know what that means. Eris is our best chance at understanding what we're up against. I need her at the tower. She's too valuable an asset to... Find her, Guardian. Bring her home.
Eris Morn. A guardian without a ghost. I wonder how that must feel. Hollow. Unnatural. When I look at that ship. Eris, can you hear us? Eris. Nothing. Zavala, come in.
Any sign?
My signals are being suppressed. I can't even summon a sparrow.
What do you see?
The pyramid. It's... oppressive. Like a storm building.
Then be quick. Get out ahead of it.
Understood. No. No! Don't! You bring weapons. You will not need them. We offer only truth. We will. Something pulled us out of the beam. What's happening? What is this place? We're back on Io. Close to the cradle. I'm getting faint readings from Eris now. Let's keep moving. The air down here is choked with strange communications. I don't know if I can...
Is that you, Guardian?
You're needed back at the tower. Zavala sent us.
Of course he did. I'm moving toward the cradle. It calls to me.
It? What is it?
The Hive are frenzied. Cut through them. We must...
Zavala, did you catch that? This interference. I can't triangulate a point of origin. Keep going. Maybe the signal is better up ahead.
Guardian, your assistance would not be unwelcome. There are forces at play here I do not fully understand. The Hive
We need to move. All channels. Is anyone there? Eris, talk to us. Say something. Please. What is that? Something pulled us back in. It's keeping us from Eris. Look. Those are all eyes. There are too many of them. Enough! You're hurt.
It is nothing. But this is something. A tree of silver wings. It grew from the last place the traveler touched before it left this world. The darkness was drawn here, as the hive is drawn to the darkness. These eyes of mine, the things they have seen.
What was that?
Something that does not want us here.
Darkness.
No. But it is of the darkness. It has to be you this time.
Who's there? I repeat, come in.
We hear you, Zavala.
Have you found her?
The seed breaks through the interference.
Eris,
Zavala,
report back to me in the tower, both of you. Our transmissions may be compromised.
let's not keep him waiting, Guardian.
What did you find?
It found me. The darkness reached out, but something interferes. Its messages to us are being defaced
Defaced.
by the witch sister of the taken King Oryx. Savathun.
Your obsession gives her power.
No. She feeds on denial, ignorance. The Guardian has discovered a means to circumvent her. A seed of silver wings.
Eris,
If the darkness reaches out, we must reach back.
I will not sanction this.
We are beyond sanctions. It is here. I will return to Io. If we cannot determine what the darkness seeks, we will find ourselves on the verge of a second collapse. Perhaps that is what Savathun wants.
Please, don't.
Let me go, Zavala.
Where were we?
According to spectral analysis, the pyramid, its propulsion, the energy it's manipulating on Io. I don't see a ship. I see a being. Paracausal in nature.
Like the Traveler.
All records of the Golden Age agree. On the first day, the sky filled with darkness. On the second, the Traveler fell.
Help Eris where you can, but be ready to deal with the enemy fleet when it arrives. We need you, Guardian.
Big Boss Blue said you were coming. Offered me some made-up job. Plugging the pyramid's leaks. Keeping the dark bottled up. Said it was compulsory. I don't mind a little charity, but you ask me, containment's just like holding your breath. Gotta let it out every now and then. Pyramids are making some moves. Moondust thinks we can use the darkness we catch to charge that seed. Might cut through all that pesky interference in the cradle. Might let her tell you what Savathun doesn't want you to know. Good thing, too, 'cause it is wacky out there. Look around. Cabal, Fallen, bunch of unsavory types, looking to stake their claim. Jokers can't even see we're boxed in. All bets on you to pull through. No pressure. Well, that took you a while. You getting old? Oh. I saw you snag that engram. You think no one was looking? You ready to get dark? Chuck it on the pyre, and let's see what old Drifter can cook up for you. Been kit-bashing gear since that jerk ghost pulled me out of my grave. Got a knack for it, I guess. I'll work you up something nice.
Okay, start recording now or what? Do I push it and hold it? Oh.
Gambit's always looking for guardians. You in? Kill anything big lately? How you living, sister? Hey, I know everything's gone wackadoo out there. It's not every day a paracausal pyramid shows up on our doorstep. But Eris is looking into the darkness, and I'll be helping with that. However, if we want intel on the dark, quick and dirty, the Nine have seen it all. I say we head down into the hall, ask them one question, simple and clean. What is the darkness? What do you say, partner? How about one more ride with the Drifter?
What do you think you're doing, rat?
Eris?
You're a fool if you think I'll let you run amok in the Nine Realms with the Guardian in tow.
You want in on this? Fine.
Savathun's forces reach toward the darkness. Use the seed to burn them away. The pyramids speak to us, but Savathun's forces interfere. Banish them so our studies can continue. The servants of Savathun fight to keep us from the messages of darkness. Use the seeds to dispel their foul influence. Frenzied creatures swarm the tree once more. Do not let them keep us from the message of the pyramids. Enemies of the light swarm the roots of the great tree. Bring the seed and banish them once more. Savathun's influence over the cradle grows. Retake the tree of silver wings. Savathun's forces attack the cradle. Destroy them, and use the seed to reveal the secrets that sleep within.
Give and be given. Take and be taken. Whispered gifts are promised blades that twist. A liar's game. An agent of violence. What more must you cull? The sky is vast but shallow. The deep is boundless but suffocating. There is another way.
Nokris is but a grave-sown puppet. Believe nothing you hear in this place, Guardian. Fight well.
You are abandoned. The Taken clean saves. Freedom for bondage. Cast off your worm, your tiny bulb of six, your tethered anchor that drags to the sky.
Worm? Speak for yourself.
The soul's clutch hold you now, as it once did me.
Well done, Guardian. I will interpret the darkness's messages as best I can. Although this particular form of communication is logographic, composed of evocative glyphs. Metaphors, really. For example, this message. This word could mean protected, but it is loaded with subtext. There are connotations of blithe authoritarian forces, unshakable in their faith. The translation sheltered would not be sinister enough. Perhaps gelded. Clearly, the darkness does not believe the Traveler to be as benevolent as we do. Continue your efforts. We have much to learn. This is a simple message. Eggshell. The term carries all the impermanence and fragility you would expect. The darkness sees the Traveler as something keeping us isolated from the outside world. It is a barrier we are meant to outgrow and break through. This construction is white, not like the color, but the absence of color. An indistinct void, overexposed sameness of a thing long dead. The white of bleached bone, of the Traveler. This word denotes the moment before a change, the cusp, the brink. But it is a repetition of something that has already happened. A mistake from which no knowledge was gained. The collapse. Perhaps. Troubling. Interesting. This phrasing is directed at an equal. The message here is gift. Something offered. In an outstretched hand.
Magnificent.
Commander, to what do we owe this pleasure?
I've been reading your reports. The darkness's messages are,
Playful?
I was going to say, obtuse.
Come. Have a look at the latest.
What is it?
A gift.
This is not what we agreed upon.
I don't remember agreeing to anything.
You're playing a dangerous game. Good thing you're a dangerous woman. The messages you've decrypted have proved invaluable. Now we know how our enemy thinks. Tell me, What if the pyramids intend to exploit our curiosity?
We wield their gift against them.
And if it proves unwieldy?
Then it will be surrendered to the Vanguard for containment.
And what of the Hive?
Savathun will not confront us directly. It is not her way.
She thinks too much of herself. And too little of others.
Thank you.
I look forward to your next report. The Drifters are lacking.
This message means contrast in the naturalistic sense, but also implies a judgment. Humanity assigns moral meaning to change, interpreting it as for better or for worse. Do we think of winter as evil because summer flowers must wither and die? We do not. And the darkness asks us why. This is a linguistic oddity, a back channel, a vocal nod, a yes. The darkness implores us to continue on our current path. Apparently, it believes itself to be quite supportive. Curious. This word is bound to creation, but presented here as falsehood. Something like unborn. We say guardians are rebirthed by light, but I do sometimes wonder. The choice to live again was not our own. This message translates to a state of decontamination, something like purity. Though this conjugation emphasizes loss of purity through subtraction, willingly or otherwise. The darkness could be speaking to the taken memories of new guardians, or the boundaries we accept when we follow the light. The limitations forced upon us. In truth, it could refer to many things. This is a term for action born out of supreme conviction. Single-minded dedication, almost zealotry, driving extreme behavior. Great atrocities can be couched in valor, it suggests. Oh, wait. Not can be. Will be. Future tense. Interesting. This message isn't directed at us. One translation might be petulant. The equivalent of a condescending wave of its hand or a wagged finger, like a parent rebukes a stubborn child. I think this might be meant for Savathun. This is a biological term like camouflage, but this wording pertains to stalking predators, specifically a carnivore disguising itself to get close to its prey. The darkness could mean this as a warning, or it could simply mean to sow dissension among us. This message denotes a continued inevitable movement. Falling would be a suitable translation, though the outcome here is not necessarily negative. The die is cast. As the light from a distant star takes time to reach our eyes, an event we cannot yet perceive has already occurred.
You are a child reaching toward a flame. The Taken Queen would not have you burnt. Pledge your allegiance and be reborn.
Nokris, Oryx's foundling and exiled brother to Crota. He is now bound to Savathun as a catalyst for her interference. Silence it.
The tree brings ruin. Bear its light or be buried in the shadow of its leaves. You are but one chain of failures, claimed and sunken. Strong. We must be strong to break them. Light and dark are locked blades. A logic simple and narrow. A bridge with only one path.
Nokris is an abomination. His name stricken from the world's grave. You've done well to purge his stain from this failing court.
Why would Savathun work with him?
Nokris is an exploited outcast, Little Light. A necromancer. Though I'm sure the Taken Queen saw value in his craft. Death rituals to buck the worm's game. I dare not wonder how she meant to wield that knowledge.
We shouldn't dwell on it, you know. He's not coming back from that.
Good riddance. Savathun's haze has diminished considerably, though not completely.
She's still out there, hiding.
And I hope she saw what became of her brood. Hold still. I will fetch you.
Don't you see? It is as we once said. In light, there is only weakness. Only failure. Only death. But where the light takes, the dark gives. No longer will you be a pawn. No longer will you watch the lives of those you care for be lost. Remember, in darkness there is only strength. Only victory. Only life. Ancient power awaits you on Europa.
This transmission can be translated as contact. Not physical, more ethereal. Influential. It is conjugated here as an action with a singular subject, but innumerable objects. Guardian, what if we are not the only ones to whom the darkness speaks? A hunter and a dredgen ask a question. You seek to understand the nature of the dark. We forged an answer.
What? Where?
You're standing in it. Guardian, do you read?
Eris, I got this. Go back to yelling at that tree on Io.
You need a handler, Rat. And the Guardian needs support.
Suit yourself, Three Eyes. Hey, Three Eyes. Shax says you sang him a little ditty.
What?
Shax, Chunky Titan, One Horn. Did you sing him a song on the moon?
What a senseless question.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Stay off this channel. Should I need you, I'll call. Wait.
I didn't hang up.
Does that oaf still keep that skull with him?
In the tower? Yeah, hangs it over his spot. I wouldn't have tangled with that thing.
Desperate times. This Lil Diddy. Did it go?
That would be the one. What is it?
Savathun's song. It's a viral chant. It can never be unheard. Now that Savathun has announced herself, relics of the dark across the system have begun to awaken. Tell Shaxx to remove that skull immediately.
Sister, I already tried.
What did that oaf say?
No.
The Nine have given you their answer. We hope it sates your curiosity. You've certainly taught us much.
You're welcome. Let us know if there's anything else we can do.
Rat, you're useless.
Relax, Moondust. We got what we came for. Let's leave the giant head alone.
The Nine were utilizing both light and dark to fight the Guardian. Drifter, what have you done, you insufferable rat man?
Hey, our mutual friend had a question. We all did. So we asked the Nine.
What was the answer?
Isn't it obvious? Light and dark are means to survival. It's not about saints or sinners.
The Vanguard wouldn't abide that answer.
Vanguard ain't here. I'm sick of their dogma. What do you think, Chosen One? Come on back, and I'll get you paid. That's some bloodlust, hero. It hit me when you were tearing that last pack of Taken apart. What the Nine are trying to say. Light, dark, it don't matter.
Light and dark are not the same.
Didn't say the same, just the difference don't matter.
The first pyramid arrived above Io and the Traveler did nothing. Now they darken our skies. And still it waits. It falls to the Guardians to protect our system. Eris is working to understand the ships. We have to work to overcome them. I need you on the front lines. Talk to our people on the ground. Close our ranks, Guardian, and form a fist.
Ready to help. Yeah?
When I entered the Pyramidion, I was led astray by curiosity and self-interest. I now pay an expeditiously advancing price. Comparable, regrettably, to how Cade's pride accosted him in the depths of that atrocious prison. As I understand it, retribution has had its claws in you. Bear in mind, Assistant, try as you might, there's no circumventing the price. Let's be quick.
Good to have you back.
Greetings, Guardian. Greetings, Guardian.
Let's make it happen. Let's work together.
Hello, Guardian.
Oh, that's a nice little haul. Hope the payout's as good.
Let's begin.
Ah, my assistant. I admit, I may have underestimated your ability to gather verifiable data, and gawking at my arm, are you? let's get this over with. I entered a Vex construct, the Pyramidion. Inside, I suffered an accident. My arm was transformed. It is consuming me. If I do not find a way to reverse this, I will die. So, now you know I'm afraid. In my centuries of life, I have met many people who make their problems unnecessarily complicated. Indeed, I may be one of them. I did not realize it before studying your approach. Your methodology is crude, almost Cro-Magnon-like. Really, I don't know how you get anything done. However, I cannot argue its efficacy. Without you, I would be hopelessly behind in my research. I suppose, my dear assistant, what I'm trying to say is... leave until I have need of you again. Speak, assistant.
Before you showed up, this place was one weird hive ritual away from sliding into the ocean. Now look at it. They'd just as soon scurry back under a rock than face you again. Makes me miss being in a proper fire team. So if you need a Titan by your side, maybe someday. Commander Zavala told me to hold the line at Saturn, and I never let the boss down. I'll be watching your back from this end. Don't let up out there. Hey.
Good to have you back.
Greetings, Guardian. Hello, Guardian.
Still in one piece? Still in one piece?
So this is how it ends. Anna Bray will join us in the tower with what she salvaged of Rasputin. But the rest... let Brother Vance chase shadows. We can waste no more time trying to stop him. Ashamir will stand and fight. He still has the heart of a Guardian. And Deputy Commander Sloan, she plans to meet the pyramid above Titan head-on, one woman against the darkness. What more could I have done? I tried to unite the Vanguard, and now we lie splintered in the face of the Dark Fleet. All we have left is our faith. Faith in the Traveler. Faith in the light. Faith in you.
I'm picking up something. It's like a ghost, only bigger, emanating from the Traveler. There's a resonance in the light I haven't felt since the day I was born, and when I found you. Ghosts reporting in from across the system. We can't explain it, but we all sense it. A heartbeat.
is drawing power. Could it be enough to drive the darkness away from us?
Every fire team has returned to the city, even the hunters. They're with the people, keeping them safe. And the last time this happened, the world ended. I'm not worried. I'm not.
It is reforming, healing its wounds. This will not be the end. It will be an escalation.
Hey, Moondust. I hear you're the resident hive expert.
I hear you try to cook them.
You know what the best part is?
We're wasting time.
Eyes. Cooked just right. Makes you see colors for hours.
Colors.
Lights. Like streaks.
Lines. Through the world.
You got it. I can never tell where they're going.
How naive do you think I am?
Got a visitor. Again. Hey, Cue Ball. Got some time to kill?
I was passing by.
Not checking in on anyone?
No.
Someone special?
Send me a report. Today.
You ever seen Taken here? Before this?
No.
Bingo. Methane makes him wig out.
Curious. The Witch Queen must feel threatened to direct Queria's forces to Titan.
Yeah. Made setting up Deep Six a tough nut to crack. But I did it.
Gambit yields valuable intelligence. Is this why the Vanguard haven't thrown you from the tower?
They're probably just busy arguing over who should come and do it.
The seed wilts. Do you feel it? See it blench against grander purpose. A cost to all things, Guardian. Debts paid.
Vanguard came to me pretty quick when they couldn't find Osiris. You should have heard the offers I turned down.
Is that so? Of all the vaults in the city, none held any value for you?
That's the problem with you Guardians. So materialistic.
And yet here you are.
Keeping my ear to the ground. Bank coming back.
Your report was absent from today's brief. How goes our intelligence acquisition?
We had an agreement. I like my space.
Had. This is a Vanguard operation. If you don't want me here, deliver your reports on time.
Excuse me, friends. A bureaucrat needs my time.
All this darkness, it feels suffocating.
Your bravery is commendable, little light.
Thank you, Eris. We'll get through this together.
Or you'll all die.
Is no one digging a grave for the Drifter?
He would need friends for that.
Sister, I got so many friends I can't remember their names. You ever seen the long boy in the suit?
I don't understand the question.
Big old snake swimming around tight. Oh, ho, ho, ho! Drifter knows something Moondust doesn't.
It's not a snake. With your symbols, I would have expected you to know that.
Come again. Watch your back, hero. Ain't nobody else doing it for you.
I will.
Me too.
Words, words, words. Let's see who's there when things get really bad.
With this, we will reveal another message and hopefully understand more of this shadowed conflict. If Savathun and the pyramids are at odds, we must rethink our understanding of the Hive's motivations. Did that require more motes than usual?
My math putting you off?
I'm not used to so many discrepancies.
This mini bank runs a 47% conversion. Direct injection. Doesn't get better.
That seems low.
Compared to what? Inspiring heroics. I'm all riled.
I didn't take you as the type to swoon.
Kid reminds me of Wei Ning. Nothing wrong with a little white hat every now and then.
She was a treasure. You knew her?
Had to pay her tab a few times. Cleared me out.
She did possess great ambition. We find ourselves one turn closer to an unveiling. The message clarifies, but one page is not enough. We will need volumes.
Mini bank's brimming. Lay low for a bit, kid. You're starting to draw some heat.
Clearing space in your doomsday shelter already? Aren't you tired of cowering under floorboards, relying on hope and prayers?
No bother. Right insulation. A good blanket.
Why are you not there now? To pull the darkness from our foes. It is not an act I take lightly. We have no other choice but to align the seed.
Funny.
Go on.
Warlords used that line all the time. Dark Age ideas die hard, I guess. That Awoken is yelling at me again.
I'll speak with him. He's in a foul mood.
His own fault. Never seen a man choose to die slow.
He chose to find a way to live.
Nah. Just took him a while to realize he's bleeding out.
You know a great deal about biding time, don't you?
You and me both, Moondust. Peas in a pod.
It did not take them long to arrive once the undying mind was slain. They were close, bearing witness. Perched along our borders with patient determination. And we did nothing. I wonder what Saint 14 would do if we unleashed him on the pyramids. He never did get to face his army of darkness.
Seems like a lot of effort just to kill a man twice.
Perhaps it is better to leave him atop his lighthouse sifting wheat from chaff.
Raw deal for the chaff. Hell of a sight out there. Real... something.
Our sorrows are winds and storms, Rat. Violent, but passing.
That name gets around.
It's a title. When we decipher the next message, I will inform the Hidden. Together we will make sense of the Pyramid's arrival.
Want me to run it by old Ray Ray?
Ikora leads the city and siege preparations. She hasn't time to speak.
Fair enough. Sheepdogs just bark.
Saturn still bears the scars inflicted by Oryx's vengeance. We will not permit Savathun the same permanence.
Reef's never been the same since. Still waiting to see if that Awoken Queen's dead or not.
The Drifter doesn't keep any crows? Interesting.
Maybe you could help me with that. So where's this Witch Queen at? Just walk in there. Bang! Little justice. Walk out.
Impossible.
All right. You can't find her. What's she look like?
Savathun has never shown her face. She feeds on our ignorance.
You don't say. Savathun. You sure that's her name?
Savathun's incantations break momentarily, but there is still much to uncover. You have done well to empower the seed, Guardian.
You know, I'm taking odds on how all this shakes out.
Under the presumption that you'd survive long enough to pay the dividends.
Drifter gets by.
Like rats on sinking ships. The pyramids cast wide shadows. I sometimes find myself adrift in them. Ariana would tell me. A light can never be lost, for they are the beacons by which others find their way.
Titan never bounced back after the collapse. Fine by me. Still a quiet place to camp out when things get rough.
If we do not succeed, Titan will be lost. Sloane won't leave willingly.
Guardians, you people are crazy.
She is Firebreaker, a thirst of radiance. I would not insult her by demanding she retreat. Nor would she listen.
You're just tripping over each other to sacrifice yourselves.
Spoken like a man who's never bled for a cause.
Spoken like someone whose cause bled them out.
This is not how I expected to meet the darkness. I find their willingness to speak disappointing. I would rather the war than this invasive indifference.